Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian, and in this short video, we're going to look at some of the alternatives to Udemy. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never quite mastered how exactly folks pronounce Udemy, so that's how I pronounce it. Essentially, for those of you on our Facebook Mindful Market, The Mindful Market on Facebook, we have about 25,000 people, many of which are, or many of whom are starting to explore teaching a course. So Udemy is the seemingly default selection for, folks who think they're going to grow an online uh, teaching or instruction oriented business, right? And I say that's a mistake. And I think a better option is one of the self-contained, branded to you options that you have available for teaching courses. They are things like Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, even something like Pathwrite is great. Actually, I'd argue Pathwrite is better than Thinkific, Teachable, and Kajabi. It's just more expensive. And then finally, what we're using for our community, Podia.com, which is awesome, right? So you can see an example of that. I think I have that up here. Yep, here's our Podia page. It has memberships, courses, services, email, affiliates. I mean, you can just do a ton of really cool things on Podia. But essentially, I'm going to say a couple things here. One, in the service of telling you why I think Podia is the best alternative from the vantage point of Udemy, Teachable, Thinkific, and all of those, in one bucket, as well as the difference between the Udemys and the Lynda.coms and the Skillshares and the Learning Leaves and all of those style marketplace platforms versus something that you host for yourself. So when you build something on a Udemy or a Skillshare, you're essentially just contributing content to their platform. There are some built-in advantages. Yes, you get the benefit of a built-in marketplace. You have an audience of people who are navigating and browsing and searching that marketplace for courses that may find you. And they have some name recognition, obviously. Udemy and Learningly and Skillshare, they're known in the ecosystem of the educational sort of sphere. But what you give up is your own branding. You're not really remembered. I can't remember the courses or the people that I've learned from on these platforms. I remember the platforms, right? So I've taken a bunch of classes on lynda.com, for an example, dating back a decade. I don't remember the individuals who taught those courses. I remember lynda.com as the purveyor or provider or proprietor of that learning experience. It's the same thing with Udemy. If you're teaching a course on Udemy, people are going to remember them and they're going to navigate through that platform again, that marketplace, to find other courses if they liked those courses. So you give up something substantial, and that is the control, whether perceived or real, of your own content, community, and connection to clients. Right. So when you use something like Podia, you are, or even WordPress. I mean, if you can't afford something like Podia, which is inexpensive, but when you do that, you own your brand, right? You control you control what you create. I mean, you are in charge of whatever decisions are made with respect to your content, your community, and ultimately your brand and business going forward. So just comparing Podia to something like Teachable, I mean, they have a fully, or a Thinkific or Kajabi or Pathwrite. Podia has a membership style feature that's like Patreon. So if you look at mine, let's go quickly look at the Mindful Marketplace. I keep on saying the Mindful Marketplace. It's mindfulmarketplace.com. So here's a membership community, right? We have a protected area of our course platform that is just for folks who want to read updates, and it's not even a course, it's just like a Patreon VIP section. You can do that on Podia. You can't do that on any of these other analogs other than Patreon itself. You can teach courses. This is taking way longer than I expected or that I wanted, so I'm just going to make this quick. But you can teach courses. This is what happens when you get 3 hours of sleep for 3 nights in a row. So here's a free course, right, for our Mindful Marketplace community. Here's a service. Here's an affiliate-oriented offer. There's just lots and lots and lots of things that you can do that you can't do on Teachable or any of the analogs. Pre-launch pages, you can sell digital downloads. There's email marketing built in. There's an affiliate program built in. I skipped a page there, which wasn't the, and I did it again. Beautiful student learning portal. I mean, you can change the colors, you can change design, you can just do all kinds of really cool things. Really great course creation tools, optimized checkout for high conversion. You can download this entire PDF at the link below, and I have some much more detailed information about Podia as well for those of you who are in our community and want to launch your first or next course in a skillful and I'd argue pretty sexy way. All right, so hope that helps a little bit, and if you're interested in learning more, feel free to download the PDF or reach out and say hi on Facebook in the links below. Thanks.